Hey everyone, welcome to our final Grand Prix live show, our studio show here of the season. We're at Lierop, actually, not Valkenswaard, the Grand Prix of the Benelux. And glad to say it's our Champions edition this weekend. We've got all the champions bar Tony Cairoli. Of course, he's concentrating on trying to get a decent Grand Prix under his belt. He's had a tough time of it the last 3 rounds, Checo and Belgium, and despite winning at Matchley Basin the title for the 7th time, he's obviously decided to concentrate on this Grand Prix itself, and he's riding a 450 as well. But I'm glad to say that we've got our 125 European champion, Jonass. We'll have Valenin Guillod, the 250 champion. We've got Jeffrey Herlings, the newly crowned MX2 World Champion, dropping by briefly as well before he goes into the second race. And then we'll end with Max Nagl, who obviously is part of Team Germany, will be arriving at the Motocross of the Nations at the end of the month at Teuschenthal on home soil as a defending champion, after winning in Lommel a year ago. Jonass, we'll start with you first. Will van der Starngem, racing KTM rider. European champion, congratulations. How was it at Matchley Basin, you know, when you clinched that title?
Oh, thank you. That was actually pretty perfect season for me. Yeah, in Matchley Basin, yeah, European champion title, and I won that race with that 32nd. Yeah, that's perfect for the last race. And yeah, after that I trained with 250 to get ready for the Lierop. Yeah, but it was tough today. Track was really, really rough. Yeah, but actually I enjoyed riding with 250 to be the big guys, and yeah.
Not quite the big boys. They're MX2, but they're slightly bigger than you're used to playing with.
Yeah, of course.
But so you've been riding the 250 then the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think I made some 6 trainings, yeah, but that's not enough for the European 250 Championship. Yeah, but actually was better than I expected. Yeah, but top 3 will be perfect. But yeah, last 3 laps was really tough.
Yeah.
And Brian Bogert was fast in the end.
Did you get tired? Was that and making some mistakes? You made some mistakes in the beginning, trying maybe to go with Valentin.
Yeah, maybe I tried to push too hard from the beginning. Yeah, but after that I got a little arm pump, and yeah, those deep ruts on the takeoffs killed me.
But so you were surprised though that you were running up front for so long in the sand?
No, actually no. I really love sand. Okay. Yeah, but today was really, really tough because it rains all night and it was a little bit muddy. Yeah, but that's motocross.
What about the 125 European Championship season? You won the first 5 races in a row, you know, 2 at the opening round in Arco, and you won 7 out of the 8 races that you took. Were you surprised how easy it was? Did you expect more of a challenge from Nicolas Durcourt and Calvin Valandrin?
Yeah, of course I expected more, but yeah, train hard in the winter for that, and yeah, last year I was struggling a lot. Yeah, but overall it was perfect season for me.
What about Matchley Basin as a track? You rode there last year, I believe, but a lot of guys talk about this being one of their favorite tracks, maybe one of the best in the World Championship and European Championship. Would you agree?
Yeah, of course. That's perfect track for nice jumps, deep ruts, everything, like in real motocross. That's perfect.
When we arrived at Matchley, obviously there was an outside chance still that Nicolas Durcourt could also win the title. There were quite a lot of French guys in the race, you know, and obviously not to say that maybe they were going to try and attack you, but this is always a concern, isn't it? You know, if your 2 or 3 guys around you are friends with the guy that's challenging for the title, but you took a whole shot and just cleared off.
Yeah, Saturday night we were speaking with trainer and dad a lot about French guys to watch out from them, but yeah, whole shot makes it easier, and yeah, it was mud race, and with 125 it's perfect for me because I really love mud. And yeah, it comes easier than I thought, but was good.
Just looking at the celebrations here as well, but Jackie Martin's your team manager. What's he like to work with? Because he's almost like the big friendly giant, isn't he? You know, he's a big guy, but he's calm.
Yeah.
Does this help, do you think? Because even when you see riders crash in the team, or if there's a bike problem, which doesn't happen very often in that team, you know, he seems to be the same level, doesn't seem to, you know, go too angry, or he's never sad. It's just, is this great for you being so young in terms of being in a team where you're trying to learn how to race European Championship and be successful?
Yeah, the JM racing team is perfect team. I really love this year. They work hard for me, and yeah, Jake is a really nice guy. And yeah, never gets angry about some mistake, but every time he stay calm and say, yeah, better do that or that. And yeah, he's very smart, and yeah, it's nice to have team manager like him.
And of course, they have won a 125 European Championship as well with Geordie a couple of years ago. Is now in MX2. But what about you? You have a contract with the team, or how does it work? Are you staying there next year also? Well, you don't know yet.
Actually, I don't know yet, but we speak a lot about that. Then we'll see. But yeah, my goal is to get to the KTM Red Bull Factory team. Yeah, it'll be great to replace Jeffrey Herling when he moves to MX1. Yeah, that's my goal.
You could be waiting a long time, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But it's been a good season, though, hasn't it, in general? Winning the 125 European Championship, which it's not like the 85 where it's one race, one weekend. You won 7 races or 8 races, 7 out of the 8 races, but you also won the FIM Junior World Championship in Jičín in Czech Republic. Nice track. Did you like the track there? First time there or not?
Yeah, first time there, but track was very slippery. I think it's a little bit too easy for the 125 guys. It's more for 65, 85, small jumps, but yeah, track was very nice.
This used to be a Grand Prix track, you know that?
Yeah.
Like 125s, 250s even. Yeah. But it wasn't an easy weekend, was it, in Jičín? The qualifying were okay, that kind of thing, but in the race, in the first race, you had a problem, you had a crash when you're leading, or?
Yeah, I got a cool shot and then it crashed in the first lap. Yeah, I think that's it. And yeah, World Championship, it's one race. Everyone wants to win there. That's why it's so tough to be there. Yeah, but yeah, it was very good for me.
Just looking at you riding the 250 today, obviously you talked about it a little bit, but how tough was the track? And riding a 250, did you notice the difference? Was there much difference in the weight of the bike? Do you have to ride it a little bit differently compared to the 125?
Yeah, we were speaking about that a lot because some guy said I'm too aggressive on the 250. I need to ride more like enduro, but yeah, I tried to do my best, and yeah, but I was third, I think, most of the race. Yeah, but last 3 laps, Brian was very fast, and the track was very, very tough. But okay, first place is not so bad for the first time on 250 in European.
Sure. You also won a 85 cc Junior Championship, so you have not the European 85, just the Junior World Championship and the 125 Junior, 125 European. Yeah. How old are you now? 16?
16.
Yeah, so 3 major titles in 4 years. You impressed with that?
Yeah, of course, that's not so bad. Yeah. Yeah, and then last year, third in 125, it's also not bad.
Of all the race victories that you had this year in 125 European, which was the best one for you?
I think the first one. Yeah? Italy. Yeah, it was. I had a nice battle with Anton Lundgren. Yeah. And
he was fast that day.
Yeah, he was very fast. Yeah, it was not so easy to win there.
Are you surprised then that he, after the first round, kind of went down a little bit, or not?
Yeah, I was surprised. In the Portugal, I expected him to be the same like in Italy, but yeah, he was actually pretty slow. Yeah.
Or not as fast.
Yeah, not as fast, better.
But what about winning at home in Latvia? That must have been pretty big as well.
Yeah, that was perfect. Home crowd, my fans, sponsors, everyone. That's perfect.
Did you? I mean, I may have already asked this, but did you expect a little bit more from Nicolas Durcourt over the course of the season? But I'm guessing today was tough for him as well, just because of the sand.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
When you watched that 125 race, who did you think would have won the race? Now that you were riding in the 250 class for that race?
In Lierop here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it will be Frequent at least. He's very good in the sand. In the Dutch Championship, we are battling a lot. Yeah, he's very, very good in the sand.
Obviously, you don't know what's happening at the moment next year, but in terms of the class, where do you want to be? Riding in European 250 next year?
Now I think I'm gonna ride MX2 because it's only one race on 250. Yeah, that's why it's better to ride MX2, but yeah, we will see.
Okay. And in terms of the MX1 race, the first race, Sean Simpson.
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
Yeah, I'm surprised. He was very strong in last lap. He was fast. He didn't struggle. He was very, very good. Yeah, it was a nice race for him.
Okay, well look, I'm going to thank you for coming in. Of course, we are waiting for Jeffrey Herlings, the MX2 rider, to turn up, but in the meantime, we'll introduce our second guest. So For now, Paul's Jonass, Will van der Star and JM Racing KTM rider, of course, the 125 European champion. Thanks for joining us here. I'm sure we'll see you again in the future.
Yeah.
But it's the Champions Edition, so you have more than deserved your place on the sofa this weekend. So best of luck with next year as well.
Thank you.
No problem. Right, we're going to let Paul's Jonass just vacate himself. So if you just lift the headset, that's perfect. And I'm going to introduce Valentin because we're waiting for Jeffrey. So cool. Thank you, Paul's Jonass. You are free to leave the building. Valenin Guillod, 250cc European champion. Congratulations.
Thank
Leaving
you.
it until the final round. I guess that makes it a little bit more special because you had to be fully focused today, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a crazy day today because this night it rained very much, and the track was very so soft, wet this morning.
Yeah,
very deep.
Compared to yesterday.
Yesterday it was dry, completely dry.
Yeah.
It was
even with all the water they put down on Friday and in the morning. Yeah.
But it was very dry. But yeah, this night we had much rain. Like this morning, I don't ride in warm up because it was too wet to ride. So yeah, I say okay. We will see for the race.
In terms of riding on a hard pack or riding in the sand, I would say that from watching you in the past, you would prefer the hard pack. Or, but you surprised me today, I must admit, and all weekend.
Yeah, you know, I'm living in the south of France, to Yves de Maria house, and
there's not so much sand there.
I know, I'm all time riding on the hard track. Like the last time I was riding in sand, it was for the Motocross of Nations in Lommel last year. And just this week I come in Belgium to ride 2 times in sand. But yeah, I was very surprised about my race today. It was also my weekend. It was very nice.
How much time did you ride in the sand after Matterley? Were you here all the time, 2 weeks training?
No, just this week I come. I ride on Tuesday and Wednesday in Lommel.
Yeah.
And on the Allman, so yeah, it was enough.
Last year you rode MX2, and obviously you're riding European Championship this year, and of course now you're a winner. Whose decision was it to say, okay, next year we leave MX2 and we go to European? First of all, whose decision was it, and who made the decision? And why was the decision made? So there must have been a reason why you decided to go to 250.
So 2011, 2012, I was riding in MX2, but I don't make the result I want to make.
And also didn't go in the direction you wanted to go.
Because I was in a dream. I was not practicing. Just I come to the GP. It was nice, but yeah, I was not realize what I do. I do here. So I don't make my job very well. And end of the season 2012, I was practicing for the Supercross, and I get a crash beginning of November, and I broke my elbow and my wrist. So yeah, and I had some proposal to ride in MX2, but for 1,050 euros, so 1,150 euros. So it was very expensive, and I said, okay, damn, why I need to pay so much money to lose already the 2 first GP because I was injured.
Yeah.
And I contact Yves to ask if he want help me for next year, and he said, so for this year, and he said, yeah, maybe we can do the European Championship like that. It's starting in middle of beginning of March, May. And I say, yeah, it's strange to come back in European, but it's such a good feeling when you win.
Yeah, some people will say, oh, you know, you go from MX2 to European, maybe you're walking backwards a little bit.
Yeah, but
you know, you're laughing now because you are the champion.
Yeah, for sure, and I'm also very happy because I make a great job all time. I make a great job. Yeah, we saw some.
Have you seen any of this yet?
No, nothing. I didn't see. Oh yeah, nice moment.
You didn't seem so emotional on the podium, but what was going through? What were you thinking here at this point? You know, what was going on down there in pit lane? Everybody was really happy, obviously, but
yeah. So I was riding all the race. I make a great race, but I don't was thinking about the the result, and I just was focused, not crash, just riding well, and in the last corner I say, oh, now is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I passed the line, and yeah, everybody was happy, and me too.
Do you remember overtaking Jeremy when he obviously had some problems? He had 2 crashes. Do you remember seeing him?
I see him on the starting corner. I pass him here.
Yeah. What were you thinking at that point? Is that the first time you knew, right, he is now 1 lap behind, I'm now close to being champion?
Yeah, but I don't realize about that. I say my goal it was to win, because I make some good qualifying yesterday, and I say, okay, yeah, I will do my best to win front of all on these guys. So I'm very happy with that.
Okay, obviously you spoke about Yves de Maurier, but I just saw on the clip there as well. You know, love my training people. Are you working with these guys?
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. How's that going?
Very, very good. They helped me much for this year, and it was good to have some people like that next to me.
Yeah. And before we go, I know you were nervous about the qualifying race in Portugal. You know, it was the first race in European, but then you won the first 3 races. So the nerves didn't stay for long, did they?
No, yeah, for sure in Portugal I was very stressed because I don't know, because after my 2 bad years in MX2, I say, yeah, damn, can I ride still on back?
Yeah.
But I was practicing very good the winter, and when I make a good race and I win, so I say, okay, now we can start the season very well. Okay,
well, look, you know, congratulations on winning the European 250 Champion.
Thank you.
Chip, you're a champion. You're on the sofa, and good to see you again. And we wish you all the best for next year. And yeah, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. Valenin Guillod, 250 European Champion 2013. That brings me to my next guest, Jeffrey Herlings. Jeffrey, Red Bull KTM, MX2 rider, MX2 World Champion for 2 times now. How you feeling? How's that shoulder?
I mean, I'm feeling good. Obviously been in some pain, and you didn't see the show you have seen last year, but I just try to do enough to win, and even if that's with 1 second or 1 minute, as long as I win, I'm good. And you know, it's tough. The track is tough. It's dangerous a little bit and really rough, but I had some good fun, and I enjoyed my time.
Tell us about the crash in Belgium just really quickly. I know you spoke to us in terms of, you know, our highlights program and the team report that went out, but for the viewers that probably missed that, you know, how was it? What went through your mind? You know, you explained to me yesterday that it was just, or Friday, that it was just a small crash. It was a simple crash, and that's the one where you had the biggest injury. Yeah,
I mean, you know, I had some tough crashes during the year, and obviously, as many have seen in Erne, you know, with that crash I could have been dead, and that's no nonsense. That's just the truth. But then I had some small tip over in Bastogne, and you know, I just fall over like really slowly, like an amateur guy, to be honest. And
this one was Valkenswaard. You saw that before, no problem?
Yeah, I've seen that one, and for sure that crash was 3 times as hard as Bastogne, and I pretty much stand up and had nothing. So you know,
it's got up and walked away. And like I say, the one at Erne in qualifying as well, just caught the rut wrong, and Finland as well, first turn. There was another big one there, but you know, it's always the case. You know, that was just full gas, huh?
Yeah, this one was
rodeo.
Was rodeo right into the fence. You know, that was a tough one. Can't do that 2 times in a row, that's for sure.
You can't. And this was France.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason why we're showing these is just because, you know, like I say, these were big crashes where most people don't get up and walk away, and then you know, you came back, you won both races the next day, and you know, you have a small crash and you land funnily, awkwardly, and you have a problem that keeps you out for 3 weeks. You won the first 14 Grand Prix, and then suddenly, you know, the dream of winning all the GPs is out. Must have been disappointing.
Well, definitely it's disappointing. You know, been really good all year long, and when I had to race and had to win on a Sunday, I did do it. And then you see the little crash at Bastogne, just trust me, all the overalls pretty much. I had 14 in a row and had 3 to go. So obviously missed out on Bastogne in England, and hope to come back this weekend. You know, it's tough. You know, only had 3 weeks, didn't ride for 3 weeks, and normally it takes 6 weeks to heal up and be back racing, and I made it 3, and I had the best doctors in the world working on it, and well, obviously the best doctors in Holland and Belgium. That's where I went to, and they did an awesome job. And,
and these doctors said don't ride a bike for another 3 weeks. And everybody at KTM was saying on Thursday, I think we had a text or a tweet coming from, even people high up saying, yeah, Jeffrey's out for the GP, and then suddenly Friday you take a bike out. Whose idea was that? Was that your crazy idea?
Well, I'm a crazy fool someday, so I decided to go and give it a try.
We thought you got rid of all that last year, all that craziness.
Yeah, I did, but then, I went to the doctors and they said, your bone is healed, and it's just, it's not smart to go and race. They said, Lierop is a really rough track. If you take a hardback track, it's less rough, and this track is really rough. You didn't practice for 3 weeks. Yeah. You didn't give it a try. Your muscles have been getting more weak because they didn't do anything for 3 weeks. So they said, we advise you not to race, but from our side, you can race, but we advise you not to. But the bone is healed, so if you're going to race, it's your own choice. And I said, on Thursday, I said, all right, I'll follow the advice of the doctors, and then Friday morning I woke up and was like, hey man, I want to race. Yeah. And I live to race, and I woke up, I called my dad, I said, hey dad, let's get on the bike, man, I want to try it. And I felt all right, felt a lot of pain, but I said, hey, it was just the muscles, it was not the bone. So
how tough was it in that first race? 40 minutes, yesterday was only 25. Looked like you were the last lap just having to loosen it up a little bit. A lot of pain going through that, or was it just aching?
I mean, it's just like during the motor it gets pretty painful, especially the first 3 laps, and like after the 25 minutes, it's getting really a lot of pain. It's getting tired, it's getting stiff, it's a weak shoulder. So I have to make the best of it. Second motor is going to be really tough as well, but I just try to do enough to win. I've got way more technique than the other guys, and I know I still got some speed left in the can, so yeah, looking forward to it. All
right, we've got a couple of questions from Twitter. Ellis Farrover, I think that is. Must be torturing 40 minutes, but you did it. Was it worth it? And good luck in race 2. So was it worth it?
Yeah, thanks for asking. And yeah, obviously it's always awesome to race and to see the public, and they really appreciate what I've been doing for them. I'm not on the speed I used to be, but I worked hard still on my shoulder, and I'm glad to be racing and make the fans proud.
Okay, one more. Christoph SX, are you planning to race in the US in the future? Because it looks like you don't have too much competition in Europe.
I mean, competition maybe isn't as strong as it used to have been, but obviously the plan is to stay in Europe the next 2 years for sure, and we'll look after that.
Okay, well look, I know you've got to go. MX2 is down in the waiting zone as we speak, down in the skybox. So Jeffrey Herlings, MX2 World Champion 2013. Obviously we're looking at some of your celebrations here from when you won in Lockett, but we're going to have to let you go. Otherwise Valentina's going to be coming up here and kicking my butt and blaming me for you being late. So Jeffrey Herlings, thanks a lot. Good luck in the second race. And yeah, hopefully not too much pain.
All right, thank you so much.
No problem. Right, we're going to let you go. You can just ditch the headset because our third guest is Max Nagl. Normally Max is riding for Honda World Motocross team. Just excuse him walking across there. The guy is in a hurry, so no problem. Honda World Motocross, but obviously it's been one of those seasons. I don't want to talk about the Epstein bar thing, okay? I'm just going to ask how you're feeling, because obviously you've been away for a few weeks, so have you turned a corner? Are you coming back in the right direction, you think?
Yes, it's going in a good direction. After the German GP, we decided to stop for this year because it was impossible to continue like in this situation. And I stopped for 5 weeks. 5 weeks totally nothing, no training. I have to keep it really quiet. I was sleeping quite a lot during the days and in the night, like many hours to recover. And then finally I'm feeling better and better. And after the 5 weeks I started slow cycling and some gym training, but really easy. And now 2 weeks ago I started back riding, because normally they say you should take it easy, but for a motocross rider or racer it's always difficult to stay off the bike, and I wanted to ride again. And the riding was going pretty well in the beginning, and then my goal was to get fit for Lierop. So I was practicing a lot in the sand, and my target was the Wednesday before Lierop, if I can make 2 times 40 minutes in training, I will race, otherwise not. And I couldn't.
2:30?
No, I did 1:40, but the second one after 10 minutes I had to stop, too tired. Yeah. And then makes no sense to race, because if you're riding around 10, 12 position, it's better to not race.
Especially around here as well, when you're not strong, it can be the worst place on earth.
Yeah, that's the most difficult GP of the year, and then to start here and not being fit, it's not a good idea.
How supportive have Honda been in supporting you through this?
Yeah, really good. I was really surprised. Like when I give them the call on a Wednesday after the German GP, they really said like, okay, make your own decision, make the time you need to recover, and just coming back if you feel strong enough. And I talked with many doctors, and we make the decision to stop. And also now for Lierop, there was no pressure. For sure, we was talking about maybe possibility to race, but then in the final decision, we say, okay, no, we don't do it. We do the preparation now on hardpack tracks and get ready for the nations.
Well, the reason why we've got Max Nagl sitting here alongside us, as you said, it's Champions Edition. We just saw the 125 and 250 European champions, Paul's Jonass and Valenin Guillod. We had Jeffrey Herlings, our MX2 world champion. Max Nagl, Marcus Schiffer, and of course Ken Roczen last year won what we call the Team World Championship, the Motocross of Nations, the Monster Energy Motocross of Nations at Lommel in Belgium, I guess against all the odds, but they had 3 strong riders. Some people say 2.5 strong riders, and that half rider counted in the end. Marcus Schiffer, we'll talk about that in a moment. So Max Nagl has earned his place on the sofa as well as a member of the winning team, Team Germany last year. We're going back. It's not like you're carrying the 1, 2, 3 plates to, I don't know, Latvia, you know, for the nations. You're going back to Teussenthal as defending champions. I guess in normal circumstances, you win last year in Lommel and you say, you know what, we're going home with the 1, 2, 3 plates. I guess that's an amazing feeling anyway to win it, but to be going there as a defending champions and riding at Teussenthal, I guess it doesn't get any better than that, does it? And normally.
No, it's true. It's never have been in history that the Team Germany win the nations, and the year after racing in your home GP, like your home track. It's going to be awesome feeling, especially with number 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like me and MX1 will have number 1. It makes a kind of pressure, of course, because all the people are there. Everybody expects number 1 somewhere in front. That's normal.
Yeah.
It's in every sport like this. But I take it as a challenge. I try to be fit again in Teussenthal, and I mean the crowd will help us anyway a lot.
Yeah.
When they're cheering, like to go, you know, that bit extra, and hopefully we can make good race.
I know some people are saying, oh, because you've not ridden and you've had Epstein-Barr, that maybe you shouldn't be on the team or whatever, but you know, when you look at the schedule for the nations, you don't have as much riding at the nations as you do for a Grand Prix weekend, do you? So you're not so far away from putting in good motos, you know, so you're still on the team at the moment?
Yeah, sure. Like in the German team, we don't have so many options to take other riders because there aren't. So we are 3 good riders. With Kenny and me, we are the best 2, and then we take Dennis Ulrich for 3rd rider.
Sure.
So that's the best solution we can take.
And they've made a lot of changes up there. I saw a plan of the track. The start has moved, the first corner has changed, and how they come back across. I don't know if you've seen any of that yet or not.
I've just seen some pictures, not the track yet. But
no, I've only seen like an aerial map as where the track would go. I've not actually seen images of them moving around the dirt and stuff. But it could be quite an interesting first corner, couldn't it?
Of course. It's a longer start, it's more fast and a different way. I've been racing on the old school track, let's say, for so many years, so I have to change my mind on the start to not turn right.
Turn right. I don't think there'll be any problem with that. But how was it though when you won? How was the media in Germany? Was it good, or was there not so much interest because it's, you know, it's motocross? You know, how is motocross perceived out there?
Germany with motocross is always difficult, but with the media is coming now. Like now, the next 2 weeks, we will have a lot of interest and a lot of appointments to go for TV, newspapers, but that's normal when we have when it's on a home GP.
How far is the circuit Teussenthal from you? Is it a couple of hours, or is it?
It's about 800 k's, so it's not really far.
Not like Kenny Roczen then, where it's maybe 60 or 70 k or something like this.
No, it's really far away. Like Lommel is more close to my home.
So you're not quite going home then, only in terms of the country itself. We're almost done with Max, actually. I just want to say that don't forget, 28th, 29th September, Monster Energy Motocross of Nations at Teussenthal in Germany. Make sure you be there, of course. Defending champions, Team Germany will be there, 1, 2 and 3. Don't forget, you can get your tickets as well. motocrossmx1.com, click the ticketing tab in the corner and there'll be VIP packages and all kinds of information for you there. Max Nagl, finally, before we go off air, what can Germany hope for this year? I could ask, what did they hope for last year at Lommel? You know, I bet you didn't get what you asked for in terms of it would have been nice to win, but realistically, what was the goal last year and what's the goal this year?
Nations is always kind of luck. You need to be lucky. But if we can finish on the podium, 1, 2, 3 doesn't matter, would be awesome. I think top 5 will be possible, but difficult because we have 5 really strong nations team. So if we finish top 5, I'm happy.
All right, Max Nagl, Team Germany, thank you very much for joining us here on the Champion Sofa this weekend, our final live studio show. That's it from Lierop. We'll see you in 3 weeks at the FIM Monster Energy Motocross of Nations at Teufelstal. Make sure you be there.